and students. This is Mr. Rodriguez, and I'm here to show you a demo on how to get started on your first design project, a postcard design using your mobile device to edit. Um, Before we get into that mobile device, what I'd like to show is how I got started with mine and what I would expect if we were in the classroom. I'd be expecting that you're doing some brainstorming, some thumbnail sketching, and things like that. So I'm looking for the simplest page that you can make, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's my little sketchbook, right? And so I've got postcard ideas. I have here some ideas that I came up with just quickly, like, hey, here's a quote I might use, something like this. And then I started doing like little sketches of what the logo is that I'm going to use. See? And then here, I decided, hey, this is the front, this is the back of my postcard. Here's an idea of what I want to do. And then the same thing here. Notice for the title of the text, I'm just doing some squiggles. We call that Greeking in the design world. And then for the logo, I just kind of put a box where I think the logo might go. Something like that. Cool. All right. So from there, then let's get out of that. Let's get here. And from there, I am getting into my software, right? So I have my ideas kind of sketched out on paper, right? And now I'm gonna get into the software end of things. So I want to get into Adobe, and I want to get into Adobe Comp, which is this app right here, right? So I'm gonna get into that guy, boom. And in Adobe Comp, I'm gonna add a new, and you're gonna need to create a format here. So at the very bottom, it says My Formats. Click on that and create a new format. I'm gonna call this format Postcard, and I am going to make it in inches. And at the bottom, I'm going to put the resolution at 150 pixels per inch PPI. Create that new format there. The width is going to be 6 inches. The height is going to be 4 inches. Save the format. Now I have my postcard 6x4, and that gets us started on the page. Beautiful. Okay. Now, we are going to have to do that twice. We're going to have 2 pages, a front and a back, that you'll be able to send to me. So the front of my page, I want to start by bringing in an image. So I'm going to go ahead and get this image put together here. So at the top part of this, top center, there's an image, and I'm going to get it off of my device. And here's the image that I want to use here at the bottom. And if you click on it, you'll notice it says 1 added, and then hit cancel, and it brings it in. See that? Now I'm going to resize this here, and kind of set it in a little bit over the edges, trying to keep it proportional like that. And if we want to stretch it out a little bit this way, and again, I'm trying to keep it proportional. Do you see how it does the dotted line here? If I go off the dotted line, that means I'm like squishing it. So I want to keep it proportional by keeping that dotted line there. Something like that. I might just bring it down just a little bit here. Resizing it. Yeah. I do like it like that. There we go. I think so. Just a little bit. Okay, perfect. So now I have basically my background image set up here. The next thing that I want to do is I want to get in and do a little bit of type. So I'm going to use the T and do a subheader on this. So if you see right there, subheader, I just did it twice. I'm going to get into here, and I'm going to actually have to delete one of those because I only want one. Click on that guy, and I think I'm going to do it a little bit offset here. So I want it to be in the sky there, and something like that. And if you see this left little scroller here, that can change the size of the font. I think, you know what, let's type it in first and see what we're going to do. There we go. So I'm going to say no matter how far you go. Dot, dot, dot. Like that. That doesn't look right. There we go. Good. So that's kind of the front. Okay. Stop doing that. No, I want to go like this. I'm trying to highlight just the text. And now at the bottom, I'm going to change the color from black to white. How do I get it like that? That's not white. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. Good. So there's a color picker. Oh, look at that. Like that. Okay. There we go. Good. Done there. And in my type tool at the bottom, I can change this font. I want this to be like that. There we go. And that's what I'm going to select. Boom. There's that. If I click on my type tool again, you can see I can change the size and the way the font lays out and things like that. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to leave the spacing. The only thing I might mess with is the size, and I'm just going to go 32, and I'm watching it changes on screen while I click here. So I like that. That looks good. No matter how far you go. Dot, dot, dot. So this is a friendship postcard, right? So that's the idea here. Now, in my Illustrator demo, I created a little logo. We're not going to do that in here, but what you could do is you could do like a thing like this. And so here's, if you noticed, in my sketches, I had a little logo that I created. So I'm going to create this text, and I'm going to create it by doing this, B, and then I did a second one. There they are, right? And I am going to, maybe move that there. And I'm going to no, that's not going to work like that. So my logo on the other one was, it was BF for best friends. That was like the logo for my card company, right? Okay, that's annoying. So I'm gonna do it like that. Maybe move this a little to the left so they overlap. I liked it better like this. And this is gonna be a little bit rough, but that's all right. And I do want to change the color of that. So I'm gonna click here and say copy, and then do the same thing with the B. Good. Look at that. I just double clicked it and it automatically did it. Awesome. And then hit done there. And I think also I want to adjust the opacity on that. So I'm going to go here and adjust that opacity so it fades back. I'm looking at about 50%. And I'm going to double click that B. Oh, it didn't do it. I thought it would do the same thing. It did not. So I'll do it manually. There we go. So now I have my best friend logo. Something like that. There we go. Cool. So far so good on the first page. And oh my goodness. So now I want to save this into my camera roll. So I'm going to click the up arrow here and share the image. It's the second to bottom. And I want to share it to, I'm going to do this top one where it says save image. And that should save it right to my camera roll on my phone. All right. So now we need to create the second part. Complete the back of this postcard design project. We're here in our project. So here's Adobe Comp. Here's the project that we're working on, right? And what we want to do is we want to hit the plus symbol at the bottom there. And we're going to add another postcard in. Here we're going to click on that postcard and get started on it. What we want to do is we want to make this look like the back of a postcard. So I'm going to bring in at the top where you see the triangle and circle. That's a shape. So I'm going to add a shape, which is this line here. I'm going to click on the page. And one thing that I've really learned is you have to do kind of like a long hold to be able to edit some of this stuff. So a long hold gets me to pull this all the way down here like that, and a long hold gets me to center that like that. And I'm going to bring in some more of those. I'm going to bring in, and I'm going to hit this multiple times. I think I want maybe 5 of those like that. I'm going to start like that. And get these kind of all hooked together. And once they're hooked together, I think I want that one at the bottom. And then try to evenly space them out after that. Something like this. Let's keep it like that. That looks pretty good. Good. I'm going to bring in another shape here, square. And get this guy right in the corner there. That. For the stamp, it's a little off, I think. I think I want it to line up. Okay. Like that. Yeah, I like that a little better. I don't think it's a square anymore. Whoa, messed that up. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to delete it and make it again. Sometimes that's easier. Let's keep it a square this time, Adam. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Yeah. Next, I think what I want to do is I want to bring in my logo. So I want to bring in my logo to put in this corner here. So to do that, I'm going to hit close on this, open this page, select this one, and click on the 3 dots at the bottom. I'm going to hit copy, and I'm going to hit close, and then open, and then I'm going to do a long hold and paste in place. Looks like nothing happened, but that's because it's white on white. Click on the black, hit copy, and there's the F. Hit done, close, go back over here, click on the B, and 3 dots, copy, close, and I'm back over here. Long hold, paste in place, change the color to black, copy it, and now I have my logo. Hit done there. Boom. And now I have the back of my postcard. I'm going to hit close on this, and now you can see that I have these. If I wanted to, I could also click and hold and move this underneath here, so it's like a front and a back. There you go. There's your project. Now, to turn this in, to get this ready for turn in, I want to click on the front one and hit the little rectangle with the up arrow and share that image. And I'm going to share that image. I'm going to save it to my camera roll and hit close on that one and do the same thing to this one. Repeat here and share image, and I'm going to share that image. Close that, open this like that. Share image to my camera roll. Close, and I'm done there. Should be able to open those up and see those on my camera. Here, here. There you go. There's one. Oops. There's one. There's the other one. Ready to turn in. Awesome. Thanks for listening. I hope that you got a lot out of this and that you know you can always email me for any questions or concerns about how to do this. All right. Enjoy. Talk to you guys soon.